The last tool to look at in this video series is the Clip Mask tools. This provides 4 methods of masking a section of the design for close work. The methods and their application are identical to the 4 clip volume methods discussed in the previous videos, except that instead of isolating a portion of the design, the mask hides a portion of the design. I've drawn a block to use as my mask. The tool I need is at the end of the View Tools toolbox. That's this one, Clip Mask. So I'll click on that, look at the Tool Settings window, and we see 4 methods, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to use the Clip Mask by element, since I've specifically drawn an element for that purpose. So we'll start that. And the prompt is asking me to identify the element. Well, that's this. So I'll select my block, and immediately I mask the lower half of all of my step blocks. Now note that all of them have been masked. And this is because the mask sweeps through the entire design, which may or may not be what you want. So a little caution is required here. To undo that and remove the mask, simply use the Clear Clip Mask, select the view, and we get our elements back. Now the element that I drew, the block, I would normally draw as a construction element, which allows me to keep it, but hide it if necessary. So this is quite a simple tool, and it would be helpful if you experimented with the other 3 methods, Clip Mask by 2 points, Clip Mask by polygon, and even though it's showing 4 data points here, it can be any size polygon, and by element range, meaning you select elements to act as the mask. Try them and see, but don't spend too much time on this. Now you might notice that I've turned off my ACS triad, and I do this quite frequently. And in fact, I only use it if I really need to see which way is up, basically. Most of the time I have the triad off, because I find it quite a distraction sometimes. You may leave yours on or off as you wish. By default, MicroStation assigns the middle button of a 3-button mouse to a logical button called the X button 1. That allow you to rotate the view using the Control, Alt, or Shift keys with the middle button. And you can see which keys operate which by looking at the button assignments. So we will go to Workspace and Button Assignments. And here you'll see the X button 1 shortcuts. So for example, X button 1 on its own, in other words, the middle button of a 3-button mouse, is a pan drag. Shift plus X button will rotate the view, and that's around the center of the view. And Alt X button 1 will rotate from cursor. If I now use Alt and press my middle button, I have my standard rotational information available to me, and I can rotate. Just another way of getting to that rotation tool.